Well, hey there, this is Jerry. I'm bringing you episode 12 of Rusty, the 2002 F350 that I'm doing all the rust repair on. With this episode, we're going to get cab lights out, hopefully a couple days get started on some body filler, and also figure out what I'm going to do about my oops on the right-hand cab corner. That I was going to do some thinking on that, and which I really don't know if there's much I can do, but I'm going to do some thought, and yeah, well, I'll get back with you. Okay, well, we was talking about this cab corner, and you know, when I run my finger up across here, this edge right down here is a little bit too far forward. You know, even though I know I got this back too far, but I don't think it's back too far from me welding crooked. I think it's when I was, you know, stretching and recontouring metal, I gave it a little bit of a backwards tilt. But I was going to I got a solid steel bar and a big hammer. I was just going to come down here and go on that edge and well, let's see what that did. And probably not the most ideal thing, but I'll turn the camera up. But if you look, if I get this door adjusted out a little at the bottom, I'll have a decent gap that yeah, I think that's going to work. I mean, that ain't going to be the prettiest, but I mean, if you look straight down, you know, till I get clear down here to the bottom, and I might still be able to massage that in a little. I mean, if we was building a show truck, that could be a problem, but I mean, that gives me a good enough gap where I won't be rubbing off paint, and yeah, I think we're going to be okay with that. Not necessarily what I wanted to do, but it does get the job done. Well, I'm going to get started on some body filler that I did come over here and do a little more sanding, trying to make sure I got all the house paint off. Now I wiped everything down with some lacquer thinner, and yeah, I got my body filler out, and I was thinking, let's get some of this mixed up. And hard part to judge for me is how much hardener do I need to add, so I just kind of wing it and put a little in, and Then start mixing it and see how it looks. And I'm not sure I got enough there, because I think I'll add just a smidge more. This tube's supposed to take care of my whole gallon, but I got to get all that hardener mixed in really well so it all sets up good. Now I use this almost like an overgrown scratch pad, these clean sheets, just so when I get done, all I do is rip the paper off and throw it away. I never put body filler on too thick. That much rather do a couple coats than sometimes in one thick coat. I think it sets up better. And also, the less you put on, the less sanding you got to do later. Yeah, see, back in spots like that, it's a pain in the butt to spread that filler. I'm just about done with this batch because I can already tell it's starting to firm up. So you see how it goes from flowing fairly smooth to now it's caking up. So see, in there I was worried about I didn't mix up enough, and I mixed up too much. But nice thing about this is I put those there. I can peel the sheet up and just roll her up, throw her away. I'll take that out and put it in my trash, because that's pretty much set up in there now. And yeah, I'll let that set a few more minutes and I'll be ready to sand. But for now, let's go to the other side and put some filler on over there. So I'll get my stuff together and I'll get moved over there, then we'll go to work. Okay, well, I got some more filler mixed up. I'll start out with just Well, I guess we'll call that good for now. Okay, well, my filler's set up. A little thick down there, but I got my 2 sanding blocks out. I'm just going to start out working this. And basically you're trying to take off what I need to without taking off too much and doing it evenly. Because as I start sanding, I can see where I'm hitting all around the outer perimeter and nothing in the center yet. And then like when I start down here, I know some of this I can knock off, but when I start going around my where my dents were at, I'll have to go back to think about how I manage this so that I take off what I need to without taking off too much. Because yeah, what I'm end up doing here is holding the block, you know, because the curve of the door is, you know, this way, so I keep it going long way, so I'm following the curve. So I'm just going to keep doing this, and when I get closer to being done, I'll turn the camera back on. Well, after doing some sanding, that come down here. Of course, I sand almost all the filler off, but you know, still got a little bit of unevenness. But I think with some sanding, I think that's just in the paint. But then up here, I took a straight edge, you know, and you lay it up against the side of the truck. And you go up and down, and I still got a low spot there. I can see light. And then I need a little bit more filler here on the this tripod I brought out I don't like. I brought it because it's easy to move, but yeah. Yeah, down here it still needs a little more, but yeah, so I just got not near as much body filler as I did last time, and let's take a little squirt of stuff, a little spatula. Okay. Yeah, that should work. Yeah, and I'll say it's about time to go sand on the other side, but yeah, we'll call that good for now, and then I'll come back and we'll sand some more, and hopefully that's going to straighten up and look good. Well, a friend of mine stopped by yesterday after I got done filming while I was hand sanding, and he was asking me why I was doing it by hand and not using the air. Because I got my dual action sander, and And this takes primer off and the filler and everything off really well. The biggest thing is I'm not good enough with this to make this smooth. But like here, where I got on too much filler, I will actually get my dust mask on. And I can take this and go over this. Big key is keep it moving. Okay, so we get that sanded, and I'll come back with the board and do my, cross hatch sanding, and we'll look and see, how it sands. And we might even, I need to get a can of, it's kind of like a black paint that you can spray on there and just mist it, and then you sand and see how you take that off. Because if you spray that, I think they call it guide coat. So if I sand and let's say I take it off out all over here, but then right here in the middle I got a spot where it's still at. I know it's a low spot, I need to add some filler. But like with this, it's a work truck. It don't have to be perfect, so we may or may not do that. But I still got a lot of sanding to do back here in the cab corner, and get back to the other side. And but like here, I'm down far enough. I don't want to do no more on the door with the power, because these were the only. Well, this is that one dent I was going to take and. I was going to get my stud gun and pull it out, and end up I could open the door, put my dolly right back here, at which I didn't get the filler up high enough. I still need a little bit of filler right there, but I got most of it hammered out. So I just my filler was setting up before I got that little spot right there done, but I'd really like to knock that out, but it's not very deep. I wasn't having very good luck getting it to do what I wanted it to do. So, but yeah, that's it, using my air tools. Now, getting started today, I took down the sun visors, and so far I just popped one of those little clips going through the headliner into that holds it up. Now I'm gonna get in here and got the two nuts holding the, which is hard to get up there and see, but there's two nuts holding the cab lights in. I'm gonna take my cordless ratchet, see if I can reach up there and pull those out without taking the headliner completely down. Now these cab lights, harness just plugs into the bottom of them, and two 10mm headed nuts hold them on. Then they got a kind of a foam rubbery gasket that holds them on. So easy to take off. Just when I put them back on, I'll clean up the gasket and I'll put a little bit of clear silicone to make sure they seal good. And then one of them, if they rattle, take the lens off, put the bulb back in, because this one, when I pushed it up through, ended up hitting the floor, but luckily it didn't break it. And another thing is, when you're taking all this stuff apart, I have a box, and everything in this box had to do with the interior. So we got the piece that went on the door behind the mirror, our A-pillar plastic. This piece went on the armrest, our oh shit handle, screws, I mean seatbelt stuff. Part I took off the seat because I couldn't get the seat belts through it. Little rubber plugs that go on the floor, you know, crank handles. And then like nuts and bolts, like things like when I tore the doors apart, any nut and bolt went in a Ziploc bag and I wrote on it, you know, right hand door, left hand door, you know, or so, you know, something like that. But now of course the main reason we're taking those lights out, you see that rust goes clear up underneath where the light was at. Same way over here and at that spot. Because I'm going to get up here with a grinding, or one of those sanding discs on my Dremel, or really it's my angle grinder thing. And I'm going to grind that down, and I'm going to treat it with that rust fix. Once I get that done, I'm actually going to take that blue tape and tape this from the inside up, so as I'm working on the top, stuff don't fall down and get on top of the headliner, all the dust and crap. And of course, like the windshield, I got a, you know, right here I got a spot to deal with, and that's pretty bad, but I'll clean that and treat it. And then like down through here, I'm gonna clean it up and treat it, but this goes it's hidden by the weather stripping, and then I'll just tape around the windshield rubber real close. I'll clean it up good, then just do a fine line tape and then plastic all of it. So, well, I would imagine I probably recorded enough to edit out and make a 20 or so minute video of Rusty that you know, I'm gonna get back here to sanding. That I don't know if you need to watch all the sanding, so I may do a bunch, because I got quite a bit of, you know, filler to work with and smooth up on this side and the other side. So there may be a delay in the next video, because this one, getting it done, just the weather kept me from doing anything. But I want to get some of this filler work down, because I think Thursday is supposed to go up to 65 to 70 degrees. And I'd really like to get this outside and shoot the primer on the cab. And if I do get the primer shot on Thursday, that's probably going to start out our next episode of What's Broke Today, and covering Rusty. So I appreciate you watching. Really appreciate all the thumbs up for the likes. Thanks for the various comments I've got. I appreciate all of those, and I don't always reply if, say, it's got a question, but I'll do my best to get back to it. And I'll say, and thank you all my subscribers. That I do appreciate all of you watching, and I hope you're enjoying the content. That just stay tuned, because they'll tell them what else you're going to see on What's Broke Today. Thank you.